Today I'm going to be talking about the whole food plant-based food groups. Growing up, we were taught about the food pyramid, which is drastically different than what people eat with the whole food plant-based lifestyle. So I figured I would take some time to explain that. The food pyramid had like grains and cereals at the bottom, then fruits and vegetables. Above that, I believe, was dairy, eggs, milk, cheese, all that stuff. Then meat, poultry, fish, and then at the very top was oil, junk food in general, candy, processed stuff that said eat sparingly, and the bottom was what you want to eat the most of, and then it gradually goes up from there. So let's first break down the words whole food, plant-based. So whole food is food in its natural form that is not heavily processed. So that's going to be like the produce in its whole form, as opposed to like oil. Like you have olive oil, it comes from olives, which are whole foods, and then it's processed down to oil, which is heavily processed. And plant-based means food that comes from plants. So you're avoiding meat, eggs, dairy, and honey. All right, so there are four main food groups when it comes to eating whole food plant-based. Let's start with fruit. That's pretty self-explanatory. Fruit, that's bananas, apples, grapes, kiwi, mangoes, you name it. It's usually best to eat fruits, vegetables in their whole form rather than juicing them. Not that juicing is horrible for you or bad for you, but you lose a lot of the fiber, which helps you digest the sugars and process the nutrients and stuff. So ideally, you'd be eating fruits in their whole form. The next one is pretty self-explanatory too. Vegetables, eating especially leafy green vegetables because they are a powerhouse for health and nutrition. So that's everything from kale, collard greens, romaine lettuce, to potatoes, corn, bell peppers, you name it. If it's a vegetable, go for it. Eat as many as you can. Next would be whole grains. I have a video, I'll link it below, that explains whole grains as opposed to other grains. But that would be like brown rice instead of white rice, quinoa, buckwheat, bran, whole grain bread. You can have whole grain pasta. We want the whole grains because you get more nutrients out of it. But that is category number 3. Last but not least is the legumes category. This is beans and lentils. Super important, high in fiber, high in protein, does great things for the body. It's going to be black beans, pinto beans, chickpeas, kidney beans, candeli beans, red lentils, green lentils, split peas, you name it. All of those things you're going to want in your diet as well. So those are the four main food groups you're going to want to make your meals up out of. If you follow my social media page at all, you know already that fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains can be made into some amazing dishes. It just takes some creativity, adding in the right sauces and spices and cooking it in certain ways, and you get some pretty amazing dishes. Just takes a little creativity. Or if you don't want to look for recipes, make sure to check out my online cookbook. Dr. Thomas Campbell put the food groups in a unique way I thought I would share with you guys. He has 3 food groups. So number 1 was animal products, number 2 was processed plant fragments, and number 3 was whole plants. So it's just another way to look at it. So whole food plant-based would be category 3, avoiding obviously 1 and 2. I know nutrition is a confusing topic when you go on the internet. You see all different kinds of conflicting information. It's hard to know what to believe. I fully believe in eating whole food plant-based. Everyone everyone has their own brain and can do whatever they want to do. But if anyone is interested in eating whole food plant-based or learning more about it, please come to me with any questions. I'm hoping that these videos are helping you guys out. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see next. So pretty much the moral of the story is eat more plants.